Pfeffer has been trying to figure out what's going on at 428 Bull Street in a secret meeting room. She's been told the Angels of coastal Georgia enjoy a daily stroll through Monterey Square. Pfeffer walks frantically toward the Angels, who are chatting about how bored they've been since Charlie assigned their last case.
Good morning, Angels.
Good morning, Charlie.
I know that look. What have you gotten into this time?
Well,
Come on, just say it already.
we have work.
Apparently there's something going on in a building over at Monterey Square. We've been informed the suspects will be there this evening.
Well, what are you waiting on?
And we're hoping that please each do that location by 50%.
Okay,
So with that
we're
being
in.
said,
On a count of three?
One, two, three.
that location by 50%. And so with that being said,
What's going on?
That's what we want to know.
Yeah, we hear you've been having some kind of meetings here and nobody understands what they're about.
Well, I can explain.
Make it quick.
What you see here is a group of federal employees who care. We are the local federal coordinating committee. You see, there are so many federal employees who want to be a part of society that helps fight issues beyond the workplace. As a matter of fact, a number of federal employees may have been recipients or even know someone who has been a recipient of the programs that are funded by CFC each year. What I'm trying to say here is federal employees care about the revenue, we care about the justice system, and all those other issues that we hear about and are responsible for on a daily basis. But even more so, we care about the quality of education that our children are receiving. We care about ridding our nation of hunger. And we care about things such as cancer research. Cancer research. Mitch here. Mitch has a story. Mitch, why don't you tell your story?
I'd be happy to. On April 12th, 2006, my life took a very dramatic and sudden change. What started out as a normal day for me ended up with a diagnosis of cancer. Specifically, I was told that I had a very aggressive form of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. It was stage 4, and it was in several areas, and I was told that the situation was dire at that point. Would I survive? That was a big question. Who was going to take care of my family? Cost. Just things were just exploding inside my brain. Over the next few months and years, actually, I went through several forms of chemotherapy. Each failed, and shortly after I would end a particular type of chemotherapy, the cancer would return. And not only would it return in a much more aggressive state. As a last possible resort to save my life, I entered Winship Cancer Center at Emory Hospital and went through an allogeneic stem cell transplant. Fortunately, the ending is good. Fast forward to today, and the cancer is in remission. When I was in the hospital, some of the organizations were very instrumental in coming through and providing housing for my family who visited while I was in the hospital, and actually provided transportation to and from the hospital. All of this was provided at no expense at all. These organizations received their funding and their monies through operations like the Combined Federal Campaign. And I could just never say enough about the people who give to make all that possible. And I guess to make a long story short, I think the Combined Federal Campaign is our opportunity to give back to those organizations that have given so much to people like me and who never thought they would need it. But when I did need it, it was there. And again, it's our opportunity to give. And indeed, I think we should make an effort to give generously.
How do you find the time to bring the funds to CFC?
Well, each individual employee does not personally deliver their contribution. Each duty station has an assigned key worker, and some duty stations have multiple key workers. The key workers will provide you with all of the information such as
the ease of payroll deduction. What you don't see, you don't miss. Think about it this way. If you gave $4 each week, that's 2 months worth of meals for a person in need. So go ahead and take the lunch challenge. Sacrifice that burger meal.
Of course, understand that participation is voluntary.
He's right. I started working as a seasonal federal employee last year. And before I went back to school, our key worker was so pumped about CFC, I had to ask what it was all about. After hearing how it helps fight the issues, I knew it was the right thing to do. My mom always said to do what feels right in my heart, so I smiled the entire time I completed the form. I will graduate high school next year, but I truly appreciate being a part of something this meaningful as a federal employee.
The payroll deduction really makes giving easy. I've given for over 10 years and never thought about it. And that makes it all the better.
Well, Angels, what did you find out?
Charlie, we learned a very important lesson today. Of all the criminals we track, there are just as many caring individuals.
I give. Will you?